Okay, you champions of the trading markets. I hope you're all exceedingly well. Paul Harrison here on Friday, about to set a few trades and then go off and take the rest of the weekend off. So here we go. Let's get going on this. We have GLNG. That's a Gangster Lima November Gangster. Okay, so what we got here is a nice downward trending resistance line. That's nice. We've got going a little bit closer. It's come down. It's gone back up again. Certainly using a stop order. If you didn't get in here, that would probably a better day to get in. A slightly down red bar. So you probably wouldn't have been in if you'd 1%. But not a bad looking situation. Certainly not going against the rules. Then we have RGLD. Romeo Gangster Lima Delta. And again, another downward trending resistance line. Again, folks, these stocks are all... No one's got any room to say that they can't find stocks to trade because these are all tradable. Yeah, you're going... I mean, you would probably have to use the... If you were still going to trade this, you'd have to get in at the break below here. Your stop loss is going to have to be 1% above there as well. So, ratios, folks, that's all I'm going to say. Then we have SA, as in South Africa. And again, a downward trending resistance line, not quite collecting it there, but certainly settling over the last few days. It's a pretty big entry point, that. Something like that would probably make me move away from the trade, just because, again, there's a lot of risk associated with that. Then we have MMS, which is Mike Sierra. He says bravely, as my computer is thinking about what to do. Slightly downward trending resistance line. Yeah, put in an up day yesterday. Obviously, it's going to have to be a stop order to get into it. Maximus, that is one that I'm sure Lukash would be a huge fan of. Maximus. Okay. Then we have GNRC, Gangster November Romeo Charlie. Just while I'm waiting for my computer to think here, folks, it's worth going back over the last few sort of 3 or 4 express reviews, because a lot of those stocks haven't actually, well, a few of those stocks haven't actually moved, and they maybe moved into a better position than what they were when we initially looked at them. So always worth going back and having a look. Nice little resistance line around about the $41 mark. Again, an upward day from yesterday. Yep, you know what to do. You know what to do. No major issues. Let's have a clear zoom. Even with an upward trending, I'm guessing there's a pretty decent range on that. Okay, then we have ENDP. Upward trending support line. It's put in some indecision there. Again, that looks like a pretty big day, but you're going to have to take in the context of the actual trade. So again, it's coming down to ratios. You know, basically the difference between these, because they're all pertaining to the rules, these stocks, the only difference is what we're looking at as far as the entry point and the ratios. That's really what it's coming down to. Then we have Sierra Mike Tango Charlie, with a nice upward trending support line. A little bit of a wayward stock. It's gapped a few times as well. It's been sitting on that upward trending resistance line. Sorry, support line. What am I talking about? But yeah, no major issues there. This probably would have been the ultimate position to get into. The only thing I don't like about this is it hasn't actually come down and done a bounce. So clear zoom. Like you see, it came down here and did a bounce, came down here and did a bounce. It's actually sitting on that resistance line, which again makes it difficult to really identify your support line. But sorry, your stop loss. But you know, it's going up pretty consistently, so not the worst thing I've seen. Then we have Open, Oscar Papa Echo Nemo, November. Again, upward trending resistance line. Probably a day late on this one. That would have been a lovely little entry point there. Obviously, your stop loss is going to have to be below there, but it looks like it's actually gapped. It's moved. Well, it hasn't gapped, but it's actually moved up there. Then we have UFS, not UFC. Downward trending resistance line. Again, matching the rules perfectly. Only challenge is we're probably a day late. If you got in there, if you'd seen this yesterday and got into the trade, sorry, before the markets opened yesterday, then you would be in the trade now. UFS. Then we have Foxtrot Tango Romeo with a downward trending resistance line. Yep, lovely little indecision here. You see all four of these indecisive days. No major issues with that. Then we have ZUMZ. Upward trending support line. He says bravely, try to bring it down a little bit. Okay, so you got a potential long position there. That's a lovely little entry point there as well. And as the street sweeper goes past, then we have MCF. Downward trending resistance line. Yep, again, not the worst entry point in the world. But again, ratios, folks. And also just be aware this is related to oil and gas. So just be aware of that. It's not the greatest things to trade when they're related to oil and gas or any commodities. Then we have CTXS. Downward trending resistance line. Again, this has had a big move up to the upside. You know, when it goes up and then comes back down and actually closes down, I like that. But obviously, with the size of that that actual bar to get in, you're gonna have to have your stop loss there, your entry point there, and perhaps worth waiting for a day or two on that as well. CTXS. Then we have R for Romeo or Rambo. We have bounce, bounce, bounce. It's moved a bit off that support line and come back down and put a doji in there. And then we have RBA. Romeo, Bravo, Alpha. And a lovely little support line around about 18.90. Ladies and gentlemen, you are absolutely spoilt for choice here. Some lovely looking stocks, really following the rules. So what I would say is make sure you get your entry points, make sure you get your ratios, and yeah, I'm hearing some fantastic results. So keep doing what you're doing, folks. Remember, the only thing that matters is the outcome that you get, and that's really what it's all about. So all the very best. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you on the flip side. Cheers. Bye-bye.